this for good measure. Okay, so now that that's done, the next step is to take this out. I think I'm just gonna completely take this speaker out of here. Oh, look at that. It already broke. Okay, awesome. That means I could probably just like... There we go. Worked pretty well. So we're gonna need that. Well, so basically what we're gonna do is just stick this guy in there. So, what we need to focus on first is clearing a path for this to go into. Because I currently don't have that. Another thing we're going to need to focus on is soldering to this. So let me see if I can't take this back plate off. Cool. That shouldn't be too difficult to solder to right there. So I picked up a couple of these guys. These are just barrel plug connectors. It's what would typically go in the back of this normally. I need to know what these correspond to in terms of this little diagram here. So there's a pin in the middle, and then there's an outer ring. So the pin here goes in that hole there, and then there's like a casing on the inside, or a pin, or however it's constructed in that context. This pin in the middle is positive, and then the casing on the outside is negative. And I know 2 of these are ground, but only 1 of them is positive. So I'm just going to use this really quick. Okay. So now I know where to solder this to, because if this, like that, I'm not going to be able to access this. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, mostly because I want to, is cut the hole. So what I'm kind of going to do is just eyeball this a little bit. This is not the recommended way of doing it, by the way. Use a pencil. I'm just lazy. Got it. It doesn't fit. Okay. Please? I ask nicely. Let's take this back plate off. These posts. Oh! Oh! Oh, there she blows. Yes! Okay. Amazing. One moment. Okay, now that I've cleaned up a little bit, we need to see if this is actually going to go in there. Just go in there. Hey, it's going to fit. That's awesome. That's not going anywhere. So now... Hey, cool. Hey, if that works... Hey, guess what? That works. So it lives right there now. Perfect. LTTSword.com. What did I say was positive? I think the bottom one. No, the top one. The top one's positive. I am positive about that. See what I did there? Yes, I am positive. Are you crapping on my poopy right now? I'm calling that good and then never touching it again. Okay, so now this is just gonna kind of go there. We're gonna do it anyways. So what I'm gonna do is I have this 3D printer filament. I have not done a ton of things today that I would recommend. So we're just going to keep that train a-moving. And I'm just going to place a little bit of filament right there. And then I'm going to line it up. I'm just going to melt all these plastics together. Okay. I mean, let that cool. I think that's going to be pretty solid. I do not, like, out of everything I've done, I do not recommend that. So, the next step of the process is we have to solder these. So we're going to take a couple wires here, and these are going to be for the left side. We're just going to put that on there. Something like that. And then we're just going to put this on here. Come on. So we're just going to solder this really quick. And so now, that should just send this output straight to here, where it can go to the input of this. Hey, so at this point in the video, my audio just completely shit the bed. It picked up a sound that was about 1 second long and then just kept repeating it over and over and over again. So I do have backup audio, but it is very much worse, and the result at the end is not as accurate as it would have been. I very much apologize, but it's like half the video is just like 45 minutes of recording is just corrupted. So bear with me. I'm gonna try to make it sound as good as I can. It's unfortunate. Enjoy. Alright, so that's soldered, but we're gonna run the heat shrink over it. And if you've never heard of heat shrink, get ready to have your mind blown. Okay. I can just jam that in there. Damaged it a little bit, that's fine. And that just goes in there, a little bit like that. And hey! That is not bad, if I do say so myself. So we'll start with just the one. Let's wait for the bassy. Maybe we can adjust the, Hey! I wouldn't replace your Klipsch speakers with these, but I would replace your monitor speakers with these because they're fine.